find the area of this rhombus. I have never provided you with the formula for area of a rhombus. If you go to the back of your packet, there's no little square section rectangle for area of a rhombus. I've never provided it, and I never will. So I don't know what the formula is. Doesn't matter, though. That's not an excuse. You remember we have what's called a box method to find the area. Okay, I use box method to find the area on a graph. No matter what the figure is, whether I have a formula or not, I don't care. I use the box method. First step, find the area of that box. Length times width. So go ahead. I'll give you a second to count it up, and then we'll ask somebody. What do you have for the area of the box after you're done counting there? Area of your box there, T? 48. 48. It should have been 8 by 6, right, everyone? 8 by 6. And now, inside the box, that's not part of the rhombus, you will see 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. Area of a triangle. Now, here's where I just need you to be careful, because you just did length times width to find the area of the box, or base times height. Make sure when you find the area of the triangle, it's 1/2 the base and the height, which are the two legs. Sixes should be 6s for everyone. All right, I think it's because it's a rhombus. That's why. Don't expect all of them to be the same. And then what do I need to do with the 48 and all those triangle areas here to find the area of the rhombus? What do we do with all them? What do you got, Juliana? What do I got to do with all those? Good job. Subtract them all out from 48, and then we'll get our area of our rhombus, which I believe, what's it end up being, 24? We're not going to do it here in review. The other thing I would definitely be prepared for when we take the Regents is not only find the area, find the perimeter too. Can't use box method there. We're going to have to use distance formula, right? If I'm going to ask to find the perimeter. So be prepared for area and perimeter of a figure on a graph. All right. I'm not going to spend too much time on here. I just wanted to do number 2 with you. Notice number 2 is a rectangle. So you do have a formula for a rectangle, right? Length times width. So if you did not want to do box option, the other option is to find the length and the width using distance and then plug it in. Okay, but I will let you do this any way you prefer. You want to use the box method, box it up. If you want to do distance to find the length and the width and plug it in, go ahead. I will let you go to town right now. You do you. I ended up doing area I did the box method. I got the box to be 54 and the triangles to be 2288. And subtracting all those out, I get 34 for my area of the box or area of the rectangle. All right. Questions? All right, so I would definitely expect every year, except it might not be area, it might be perimeter. Just a heads up, it might be perimeter this year. Who knows? All right, the other topic today, always at least one or two multiple choices, and definitely a part 3 question on volume and density. I know, I get it. We just finished this, but it's going to be on there, so we got to review it. All right, we got a barrel full of oil. It's in the shape of a cylinder. Diameter at 22.5. The whole diameter is 22.5, and the height is 33.5. How many gallons does this hold? I remember correcting your volume/density test at the end of the last quiz that we just took, and I wanted to go to some of your classes and put you in headlocks because we don't use the formula sheet for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's there. Use it. Use it, please. Use it. If you go to the formula sheet, volume of a cylinder, pi r squared times the height. A lot of us just wanted to do pi r squared for whatever reason. It's on the sheet. It's staring you in the face. Don't think you're better than the sheet. Use it. Use it. So let's find the volume so we can convert it into gallons here. So pi, what are we using for the radius in this one? Because I don't want to use the 22.5. Rowan! Yep. Height of 33.5. You guys know this is not going to be my final answer. So hopefully we're writing out the entire calculator display and keeping it in our calculator. And I know some of us are still having this issue. All right, what do I do with the 231 in this volume I just found? Multiply, divide, multiply, divide. And you guys found out, I think the hard way, some of you, it's not always divide. Sometimes you do multiply. All right, so if you are unsure, proportions, use what's in the problem. 231 cubic inches, right from the problem, is the same as 1 gallon. Let's keep it GAL. So that's what I got from the problem. And by the way, you don't need to do that. If you know what to do with the 231 and this 13,000, do it. But if you don't, let's set up a proportion. What's this 13,319 in? Cubic inches. So put it with the 231. And solve for how many gallons. All right, again, that's only if you don't know what to do with the 231 in the volume. It's not always divide, but it is in this case, but not always. And when you have it nearest tenth of a gallon, how many gallons does this hold to the nearest tenth? Keating, nearest tenth, how many gallons? 57.7. We good there? Please set up a proportion if you don't know what to do with the volume and the number in the problem. All right, next up, hemispherical water tank. Keep that in mind. They give me the diameter. Oh, density problem. Yeah, density, huh? What is density again? Mass over volume. Yep. You know where to go now. Back of your packet, please. Back of your packet. Where's density? Down at the bottom, 15. Number 15 on your packet. All right, the density is 62.4. We are looking for the weight, so the mass. So we need to calculate the volume of this hemisphere. All right, so I can plug it into my density formula. All right, I am missing the volume, and that is up to you guys. So everyone, I'm going to ask somebody now, hemisphere. I know it's not provided on the formula sheet, but most of it is. You just got to adjust it to make it a hemisphere, not a sphere. All right, talk to me, Keaton. Hemisphere?
4/3 pi r cubed over 2.
Over 2. I'm a 1/2 guy, so I like to put the 1/2, but yep, over 2 is fine. Please make sure it's cubed. It's staring you in the face. Don't make it squared. All right, find the volume now. 1/2, 4/3, pi. Be careful. Make sure that the diameter is 10, so we're using 5 for the radius. And type it in your calculator slowly. You guys type like you text, and you guys don't realize there's no autocorrect on your calculator. Hopefully you're getting about right around 261.8 cubic feet. Plug that bad boy back in. And let me know. Jesse, when you're ready, big dog.
16,356.
There you go, big tank. All good? I know some of these are going to look familiar because I put them on your volume packet, so that's why. Got a rectangular prism. I'm going to drill out a cylinder. What's the volume? Excuse me. What's the volume that's left? All right, rectangular prism. Going to drill out a cylinder. What's the volume that's left? All right, let's talk the prism first. Volume formula for a prism. Prism, what do you got for me there, Mia? Yep. Length times width times height. Yep, just go on your formula sheet. Area of the base, which is length times width, times the height. So we got 4 by 6, right? That's big B. There's your area of the base times the height, which is 4. And here's why I'm doing the problem with you is the cylinder. Area formula for a cylinder. Going deep. Alex, area formula for a cylinder. Pi r squared, that's it. Times the height. It's on the formula sheet, right? Actually, BH is on your formula sheet, but B is pi r squared. Here's why I'm doing this problem with you. I have no issues. Everyone knows the radius is 1. How about the height, though, of this cylinder? Because remember, the cylinder's not like this in the prism. It's going here. There's your cylinder that you're cutting out. Taylor, height? It would be 6, not 4. Everyone good? The height of that cylinder is 6, not 4. And then what am I doing to the 2 here to find the volume that's left over once I calculate both of them there? Let's go. Izzy, what am I doing to both? There you go. Subtract them out. And when you're ready, what's the volume that's left over when you're ready there, Jackson? 77 square inches or cubic inches. All good. We only got one more and then you're on your own. All right. This one I remember, I didn't put this on the test, but I put one similar on the test, and I think, and this is no exaggeration, I think 3 or 4 of you got it right. All right, out of the 19 I have in this class. And everyone that got it wrong made the same mistake. All right, and I guarantee the Regents will probably have you try to fall into the trap. So what's this trap that everyone fell in during the test and hopefully won't again on the Regents? Everyone see the density. Everybody see the density. Not the 1920. I'm talking about the units they put on it. Kilograms per meter cubed. What do you notice about the bricks? They're not in meters cubed, but they have to be before you calculate the volume. Okay, you cannot, I'm telling you, don't do it after. It doesn't work that way. Some of you did do it after on the test, which was good, but you didn't do it correctly. That's why I want you to do it before you find the volume. Change 5.1 centimeters into meters. Change 10.2 centimeters into meters, and then the 20.3. If you have to change units, do it before you find volume. Before. Which is a good now review. Using your calculator to convert. Go to calculations. We'll do 10.2 first, or 5.1 first. So I go to calculations, 5.1, go to your toolbox. You have to apply centimeters, so go down to units and constants. This is a length, right? Length and angle. Length. I don't think you'll see centimeters here because we have to go to metric under length, and then you'll see centimeters. So put the centimeters on. Also, I know I've mentioned this, but remember, if you forget where to go in the toolbox or just don't want to go there, you can put CM, type in CM on your own, okay, if you know the abbreviation. Then I go to the arrow key, shift X to the Y to bring the arrow up, and then I need to tell the calculator what do I want to convert it into, in this case meters, and there it is. So you can go to the toolbox to get the labels or just type them in yourself if you know what the abbreviation is. And then go ahead and do the same thing for the other two, 10.2 and 20.3. Got to do this before you find volume. All right, everyone's got them converted. Now you can find, because remember, we're doing density, right? So mass over volume. I plug in the 1920. We still got to find the volume, though, right? To find the mass. And it is a brick, so we'll do, Mia told us length times width times height. I'll keep that. So the volume of a brick. I'm going to use my new converted. Please make sure before you multiply, you don't use don't multiply with the units already attached. Take them off, please. Take them off your calculator. Yes, it is a small number here. 0.0010560006. Now we have choices here now, right? We have choices. That's 1 brick's volume. You could now plug it in and find the mass of 1 brick, or you could find the volume of, what do I have, 500 bricks, and then find the mass of 500 bricks. You're going to have to multiply by 500 eventually. Okay, so whether you do it now or after you find the mass of 1 brick, it's up to you. All right, but at the end of this whole thing, I need to figure out how much 500 bricks weighs. All right, so either find the mass of 1 brick or the mass of 500 bricks. It's up to you. So multiply the volume by 500 or your mass by 500 at the end. Don't do it 2 times though. So you're getting about 1,013 kilograms, and you guys can see, hey, my trailer can only hold 900 kilograms, so that's not going to fly. All right, well, trailer will not hold the bricks. As you go to the practice tests, you're going to get challenged with some of these volume questions. Call me over if you need help. All right, you're going to get challenged here. You want to work with other people, go right ahead. We got plenty of time here too today. Perfect half and half.